Hello everyone, I'm making this video to tell you what my personal problem is with the ending to the last DLC in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. You know, the one with the, quote, forced romance and baby. I'm going to try and do it as simply and as quick as possible. Don't really want to dwell on it for too long. So, I suppose my issue with the whole situation is twofold. First, and mainly, I don't like the fact that we are given what I can only call a deceptive choice. Let's look at this scene. Natakas and his father are leaving, we stay behind, and we get to choose one of two dialogue options. One says farewell, and the other one says stay. Pre-patch, the stay option did not have a heart symbol to it, but I think pretty much everyone assumed that it would lead to Cassandra asking Natakas to stay so the two can be together, or at least to give their relationship a chance to grow into something more. So it's the romantic choice, I suppose. However, here's what I'm willing to bet nobody thought at this moment. I don't think anyone assumed that saying goodbye will result in your character settling in and having a baby with Natakas without any further input from you in about 2 minutes. Nothing at this moment, or any other point in the expansion up until here, in my opinion, indicates that the farewell choice will lead to, well, what it actually leads to. So this is my number one issue. Why give us the farewell choice at all if the result is exactly the same? Imagine saying farewell to Triss when she leaves to Kovir, and next thing you know, she comes back, she buys a house together with Geralt, they settle in Novigrad and start considering adoption or something like that in the very next scene. That will be insane. And by the way, for the record, I actually chose the stay option in my, let's call it, canon walkthrough, because compared to the rest of the romances, this one seemed like it could go somewhere nice. But nevertheless, I fully admit that the farewell choice is, as I said, very much deceptive and poorly implemented. Now, I think many of you will say that perhaps it's not fair to compare this to Geralt and Triss, because of the lore and what's already established in other games demands that Cassandra and Natakas have a child. Now, for the sake of argument, let's say that that's absolutely true, that Cassandra and Natakas must have a child for the story of this game to make sense. Okay, I'm with that. In that case, I still have an issue with the whole situation, and it is that Cassandra's decision to have a child is not well, how should I put it, not well informed at all. Especially in this very moment and with this very person, provided that she doesn't love him, aka you don't pick the heart option. I think the game has to at least try and tell us somehow that settling down and having a baby right now is indeed what needs to happen. Perhaps a short dialogue scene between the three of them that leads us to believe that preserving their bloodlines, you know, those of Cassandra and Darius, is of paramount importance, and we should drop everything else right now, settle down and get to work preserving the bloodline, you know, making babies. Or even a scene of Cassandra just thinking about it or dreaming of the future, I don't know, something. Anything that when we say goodbye and still end up living together and having a child, makes us say, okay, like it or not, this is indeed what made the most sense given the situation that we're in, and I'm with that. If this was well established, I think it would have also solved the issue that many seems to be having with Cassandra's sexuality. You know, in case she was only into women throughout the whole story. Or if not completely solved, then at least it would have been addressed, which to me at least is much better than what we get. So yes, for the whole thing to work, I just needed a little something more before making the choice here. Right, so that's all I had for you. Tell me what you think of it, and I suppose we're looking forward to the conclusion of this expansion to see where all of this goes. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, consider giving it a like, and until the next one, stay tuned and be good.